Hey, it's been a bit. I myself am no stranger to talking about video games and internet culture and all that. My younger years largely consisted of me watching a shit ton of video game parodies back in the day. Specifically animation, because my dumbass actually wanted to become an animator, not realizing that that would be very, very hard. So today I'm going to look back at some of the stuff that I used to watch when I was younger to see if it still holds up. Now, we got a lot to talk about in this video, so instead of just going point by point like in my previous stuff, I'm just gonna go rapid fire. Thought it was appropriate that the first person we talk about is Egoraptor. Egoraptor, also known as Aaron Hansen, is probably the godfather of internet video game parodies. Whether he actually wanted that title is completely out of his control, but there's no denying that his series known as the Awesome series was extremely inspirational to a lot of people that were animating on the internet. There were quick videos that you could watch on Newgrounds that pretty much just went over a video game in an absurd way. Aaron did other videos on his YouTube channel and Newgrounds, including other video game parodies that weren't part of the Awesome series, but the Awesome series was definitely his most iconic and probably his funniest. Funniest at the time.
Oh my god! Oh, you think that's hard? I'm just at tutorial level! That's the next level over there! What's up? Oh god, help me! God, I can't help you now!
Probably what I consider the magnum opus of this series is Metal Gear Awesome 1 and 2. More so 2 than 1, because that was the one that I actually watched over and over again as a kid. I love Metal Gear Solid, so obviously I had a big bias to this video in particular. Just all the absurd shit that he put in that video, and also just the way that he does Snake is just... I don't know, it just appealed to me. From time to time, I still quote this video.
Yeah, follow me, Snake. You know, it doesn't exactly seem like the best idea. Just do it, motherfucker. Fine, jeez.
The series was definitely a product of its time. You can tell by the fact that it's called the Awesome series. The last one came out 13 years ago, and I don't think Aaron Hansen has any interest in revisiting it. Not that I'm surprised, because the slurs per minute in some of these videos are actually insane. Watch his Knuckles Chaotix parody to truly see something super dated. Now, besides him saying the N-word, a couple of other things he did was, as I mentioned, other video game parodies that aren't part of the Awesome series. Him doing stuff like Sequelitis and obviously Game Grumps. But there's a series of videos that he did on his channel that are arguably the most popular thing he's ever made. But we're not talking about that yet. I'm gonna save that for later. You just keep that at the back of your mind. So instead, let's talk about OneyNG. That's right, before he was Oni Plays, he was Oni. NG. The NG stands for Newgrounds. If you want proof on how influential Aaron Hansen's videos were, Oni, aka Chris O'Neill's first video to really get popular was a video called Grand Theft Awesome. Sounds familiar. When did I include that? Now, I'm not saying that he's a ripoff of Aaron, but I definitely do think he took some inspiration, and now he definitely has a very different sense of humor to Aaron. They do say the equal amount of slurs, though. I find them similar to Aaron's videos in the fact that they definitely haven't aged the best and aren't that funny anymore to me. But I will admit, just like Aaron's videos, I also think they have some really good animation for the time, and on the rare occasion there will be a joke in a video that I actually find still funny to this day.
He just looks big! We'll show him! Shit.
Still to this day though, Chris can never beat his crowning achievement being the Best of Zach compilation. SrPelo is an animator who was also on Newgrounds. I'm starting to notice a trend here. You know those people that go online to say that loud doesn't equal funny? I want you to send them Pelo's channel and see if they still have that opinion. They're probably gonna still have that opinion. But I sure don't. Videos like The Moki Show and Super Wahoo Brothers were some of the best stuff I've seen online just because of how stupid they are. Every fucking FPS ever is still a masterpiece that deserves to be put up in all the art galleries.
What? Buy this thing! Thank you!
Well, the videos that introduced me to his channels were a little series of parodies of Undertale called underpants. Undertale was like the new hip thing, and I was watching as much content about it as possible. But in between me watching these videos and seeing Sans is actually Ness from Earthbound, I stumbled upon Pelo's channel and these videos in particular, and man was I obsessed. I mean, looking at it now, it's definitely not his best series, at least compared to everything else he's made. I don't even think it's his funniest, but it's definitely memorable.
Smallbacks! Who's touching the child? Don't touch the child! Don't touch the child! He is touching my child! You are touching the child! No!
I was like patiently waiting for his genocide route ending, and then I got this video in my recommended feed.
It's me.
That sure was a sight to behold. Eventually, the genocide route ending would actually come out, and it was just as good as I wanted it to be. You even had multiple choices that you can pick in the video that would change the ending, and I thought that was really cool. I still look back at this fondly, even if I don't think it's that funny, solely because it reminds me of a time where Undertale truly took over the world. It was definitely a different time back then. Now let's talk about something that I think is actually pretty ahead of its time. I know a lot of people definitely know who Hot Diggity Demon is. I've definitely seen his face posted like multiple times under comment sections for no reason. But he made a little series that I still think a lot about to this day, and a lot more people are starting to appreciate it nowadays, is Wacky Game Jokes for Kids. The reason I think that it's ahead of its time is because it's parodying video game parodies. And the series was coming out at the same time that video game parodies were at the peak of its popularity. It's easy for me to mock some of these parodies now in hindsight, but to have that forethought all the way back in 2010 still impresses me. The series is pretty much just about Mickey the Dick, I know, what a great name, as he's forced against his will to pretty much make video game parodies for a big corporation. And despite that being the premise of the show, the series isn't really about the video game parodies as himself, as more of a deconstruction of Mickey's character. Not exactly what I was expecting for a series called Wacky Game Jokes for Kids.
One last thing I just wanted to touch on, Tom. I heard that you think that the Holocaust is funny. Why would you think that, Tom? Why would anybody think that? Why would anybody think anything like that? There's nothing funny about the Holocaust, Tom.
And a series definitely can fall into the trap of just saying offensive things equals funny, but I think I'm willing to give somewhat of an exception, not fully, somewhat, seeing how the fact that Mickey's character is written to be an asshole. You're not supposed to root for this guy. The series unfortunately never got a proper ending because there was plans for a series finale that just never came. If you go searching online, you can find a bunch of teasers for it. But just because the series never had a proper finale doesn't mean that I can't appreciate it for what it is. The creator pretty much abandoned the series by deleting almost every video about it off of his channel, which is shitty, but at least you can easily find everything re-uploaded. Out of all the things I talk about in this video, I definitely do recommend that you at least check out Wacky Game Jokes for Kids. I mean, it can't be all bad, especially because they have a goddamn There Will Be Blood parody in it.
Did you think your song and dance and superstition would help you, Sonic? I am the third revelation. I am who the Lord has chosen. I'm smarter than you. No. I'm older, and I'm wiser. I am your own friend, please. You are nothing but a false prophet.
That stuff was too serious. Let's go back to talking about wacky shit. Pokemon Golder. That sure was a series. Now, I got a funny story with this one, as one of my longtime friends actually showed me the first episode of Pokemon Golder all the way back in middle school. And yeah, guess what? I also became obsessed with this. It was at my peak of my Pokemon obsession, which I always had since I was a kid, but I was especially feeling it with the 3DS entries. So Pokemon Golder pretty much came at the right time. Created by Matty Burrito, it's a 3-part series that goes over the entirety of Pokemon Gold. Now what makes this series different from the other internet parodies is how extremely fast this series goes. I would say that this is for the zoomer brain individuals that want content super fast, but I also think that they won't understand what the hell's going on most of the time.
Hey, it's that dick fart again.
Ugh. I have a Pokemon now to compensate for my lack of parental affection. Let's fight!
With limited Game Boy animation.
It was another series that gaslit me into thinking that Whitney's Miltank was actually hard. It was a shock to me watching this series once they finally got to the red fight, because the writing was somewhat serious. Somewhat in quotation marks, it's still Pokemon Golder. I am aware of the fact that he made a sequel series called the Omega Rubier series, which is a parody of, you guessed it, Omega Ruby. But I don't really feel like talking about it because it's not done. And when is it ever gonna be finished? I don't fucking know. The last one was like 6 years ago. Oh well, I guess I'll just rewatch Persona 3 to keep me occupied until the final part comes out.
My name's Step in the Warehouse. Way past cool. You're too slow.
What the fuck? Don't judge me!
Moving on, let's talk about Christopher Niosi, aka Kerbifer. I briefly mentioned him in a previous video of mine, but looking back through memory lane, I realized how much I watched this guy's content back in the day. I was a big fan of Nintendo back in the day, so his series Nintendo and Brawl Taunts were huge for me. Brawl Taunts was a basic Super Smash Bros. Parody that you'd see back in the day. It was extremely quotable to me. I mean, who could forget the big gay dance?
No, Bowser. You can have...
The big gay dance!
I know that DDD's Final Smash is probably called something different, but to this day, I only know it as the Big Gay Dance. Now, Brawl Taunts 3 was specifically interesting because it was actually a collaboration effort where he actually got other animators to do segments for it. Now, the reason why it's so interesting is because it was the earliest examples of a Newgrounds collaborative effort where multiple creators would come together to create one project, which would lead to the creation of the series known as Nintendo, which is pretty much Brawl Taunts, but it's not just restricted to Super Smash Bros. Characters. Hell, the series is called Nintendo, but it still parodies a lot of third-party characters. It's also probably the only time I'm ever gonna see somebody parody Boktai. Remember Boktai? The GBA game where you have to hold your GBA to the sun in order to recharge your weapon?
Kinda, sorta. I have this giant crush on your, evil twin.
You what?
Oh, there he is now! Sabata, my love! Over here!
Oh, God, get away from me, you fucking stalker!
Call me!
I don't even have a phone! Shut up!
Oh, he's wonderful.
Goodbye, cruel world! Oh, God, it burns! Oh, God, my eyes!
Also, I don't know if I can find this post, but if I can, I'll put it in editing. But it's a post where people just admitted that their concept of gay people were introduced from Purple Link in this Four Swords parody in the video.
Okay, and I got the clothes all washed and hung up to dry, and I even embroidered our initials onto the chest. It's just fabulous!
I'm probably also in the same boat because I had no idea what this joke even was in the first place when I was a kid. It genuinely does surprise me how much Chris Niosi was a part of my childhood being involved in all these projects. So you know what, Chris? You get a gold star. Yeah, that's right. A gold star. You know, if we're on the topic of Super Smash Bros., why don't I take a look at another Super Smash Bros. Related series I watched as a kid? Super Smash Bros. Gmod. This series is absolutely insane. This series is literally just, we're playing with action figures and seeing what happens when we put them all together. Because the series doesn't just include characters that were in Smash Bros. No, it includes like almost any video game character under the sun. You had the usuals like Mario and Sonic, but also you had Nico Bellic from GTA 4, Chris Redfield from Resident Evil, Chuck Green from Dead Rising, and a bunch of other random characters that I assume the creator just found on the Gmod workshop. All of these characters are teaming up to defeat the greatest evil known to man, the G-Man. It's funny that G-Man is the antagonist of this whole series, and yet Gordon Freeman doesn't show up in any of the videos. Well, that's beside the point. Pretty much G-Man wants to get the ultimate weapon, aka the Garry's Mod physics gun. So he assembles a bunch of video game villains to fight our heroes. Yes, this is some insane shit, but it's some beautiful insane shit. There's no dialogue whatsoever in any of these videos, so the characters just make sound effects. Well, at least in the third entry of the series. The other two, it was completely silent besides the music. So it kind of makes these videos kind of weirdly eerie, but I think it adds to its charm. These videos are also relatively long. If you put the parts together for most of the entries, then the videos would actually end up being movie length, which is pretty impressive for the 2010s. Now, does that mean that it's movie level quality? Probably not. While the series did end after part 3, there's been multiple quote-unquote sequels. They're all pretty much just shitpost, and honestly, I kind of respect the creator for doing that instead of just caving and making a 4th entry. And besides, the series technically did continue just under a different name. Instead, it goes under the Gaming All-Stars series, which normally I'd cover, but somehow is even longer than the Super Smash Bros. Gmod series. Last thing I gotta say about Super Smash Bros. Gmod, it's probably gonna be better than Avengers Doomsday.
Big ups to my boy, Spider-Man.
You know, now that we're on the SFM train, I think it's fair that I talk about Team Fabulous 2, one of the most iconic SFM animations on YouTube. You've probably seen a TF2 animation online, and a lot of them are inspired by Kitty0706. He was an absolute inspiration and one of the earliest SFM creators, and earliest SFM creators that actually made some really good stuff. Especially with Team Fabulous 2, like, this is some really insane shit from 2012. He got like a full crew to work on this, and it's honestly really impressive. The video itself is just like random bullshit happening with the TF2 cast, and then randomly at the halfway mark, there's a plot where like this cat guy is like killing the TF2 mercs to get super powerful, and it's up to the engineer to stop him. Is it random bullshit? Yes, but it's funny random bullshit, so I don't care.
Get that motherfucker.
I always liked how this video had a bunch of unique styles to it. Like, obviously, there's the SFM itself, but it's also traditional 2D animation, and also like random green screens, which is hilarious.
Appreciate it.
This video is so iconic. Whenever I play TTT on Garry's Mod, I always make sure that the map from this video is included because of how much I love it. But before I move on, I did want to say that unfortunately Kitty0706 did pass away. So rest in peace, one of the goats of SFM animation on YouTube. I do have one other SFM creator that I want to talk about, and that's the Puffster, specifically his series Mardiculosity. Now, the reason I want to talk about it is because I've heard no one else talk about it, even though, once again, these are videos that I watched a shit ton as a child.
But not all of our fights are weird. I mean, what about that one back on Prison Island? What's weird about that?
Yep, you're right. I can't think of anything that could possibly be wrong with that fight. Except for the fact that we were dancing like idiots.
Now, these videos are actually not fully original in the fact that they are actually just animating little memes that were made by a content creator known as Mardic. And you want to know something? I had no idea that that was the case. Which is weird that I never realized because I noticed that other sections in the video are directly taken from other YouTubers. Like there's multiple parts where it's just sections from the Naruto Abridged series, Ninja Bridge.
Hello there, ninja students. I am your new sensei. My name is...
David motherfucking Bowie!
Actually, I'm not Dave.
Holy shit, Bowie-sensei! I'm your #1 fan! I have downloaded all of your albums!
Is it true you slept with Mick Jagger?
And also, for some reason, PewDiePie.
Hello, Petey.
Oh no! No! Why? No!
The 2010s sure were a different time. I largely like these videos because I like the way that they animated the characters, more specifically the mouth movements. While the humanoid characters like the TF2 Mercs and the Resident Evil characters used more traditional mouth movements, the Sonic characters used these like 2D mouths, and I really liked it. I don't know, these videos were really addicting to me as a kid, even though there was only like 3 of them. Maybe I just really like the running joke of Silver and the banana. Yes, this was a running joke.
I am heavy weapons guy.
It's the banana.
Let's move on and talk about Piemations.
Piemations, yeah!
Yeah, that guy. Now, I'm going to be pretty brief because a couple of people have already made Piemation videos already. I'll just go over this quickly. Piemations is another iconic animator. Most people will probably recognize him for the Meet the Amazing TF2 animations, which are really good. Seeing the quality just increase over time is genuinely amazing to see.
So I'm gonna give you 2 options. Either we fight so you can get revenge and ruin my plans, or you can leave immediately, because I will rip your spine out of your ass if you pick option 1. Thank you for picking option 1.
But my introduction to Piemations was the 5 AM at Freddy's series. Look, FNAF was popular, I can't deny. I was bopping my head to the Living Tombstone every day. So these 5 AM at Freddy's videos were exactly what I wanted at the time. The FNAF 2 parody was the most popular, but my favorite was the FNAF 3 one. I just thought the spring tap was funny.
Have at thee! Ah, my fucking knees!
Get crowbarred, bitch!
Thanks for the crowbar, Foxy.
Foxy, what the fuck?
I don't know, I'm bored!
I'm once again aware that apparently there are new 5 AM at Freddy's videos, but I don't care about FNAF, so I don't want to watch them. I did end up watching his continuation of the TF2 series being the Meet the Amazing Overwatch characters, which unfortunately isn't as good as the TF2 videos, which is probably why he only did like 3 videos. But I still think Piemation made some good stuff, and I actually recommend you check him out now. He still makes some good stuff. After all, he did make the cinematic classic Mr. Conductor's Gold Dust.
Hey Thomas, get this.
What?
You're gonna love this.
Tell me!
Remember when we talked about SrTopham?
Oh god.
And when we talked about what he would say if you weren't careful?
Is it SrTopham?
Well, it's not SrTopham.
Then who?
Just kidding, it's SrTopham. You got pranked.
Fuck.
But you know what? I'm done being positive. Let's talk about something that I fucking hate, and that is Dorkly. Remember when I talked about wacky game jokes for kids and how Mickey had to work for an evil corporation doing video game parodies? That's what Dorkly is. They're the evil corporation making video game parodies. Okay, they're not under a corporation now, but still, their stuff is like the most sterile, generic shit that, once again, Wacky Game Jokes for Kids was directly parodying. You're never gonna believe what happens in Mario Goes Berserk. Mario goes berserk and kills everyone. Limbo with a flashlight? The joke is that the things that was scary was actually cute and colorful this whole time. Tails can't die? Tails can't die and outlives everybody. Jeez, I've heard this joke like 50 billion times already. I don't know. I know that there's a team that works on this stuff, but also I just don't like the animation and how it's just like using pre-existing sprites and kind of like molding it to the situation. It just doesn't look right, especially because there's a bunch of already talented sprite animators out there that makes their characters look fluid and good. These are just so sterile. It's probably because the sprites don't really move a lot. They just have the same key poses that they do over and over again. I diss Dorkly, but truly I'm just jealous because I can never come up with something as good as the 5 most uncomfortable sex scenes in video games. Yes, that's a real video on their channel. God, I need something good to make me forget about Dorkly.
Shut up!
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. I don't think I gotta give an introduction to Smosh. I've got like framed photos of Ian and Anthony in my room. Okay, I don't, but like imagine if I did, then the joke would work. Smosh is no stranger to making video game parodies. They've made a lot. In fact, some of them are some of the most popular videos that they've made. There's the If Video Games Were Real videos.
Woo! I'm gonna roll the world up!
He was dropped on his head as a kid.
I'm gonna roll you guys up! Roll.
There's that extremely like violent Wii Sports parody. There's the Pokemon in real life videos.
Let's battle!
Smosh just has some iconic videos on their channel, what can I say? Especially when it comes to music. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody my age knows about the Assassin's Creed 3 rap and the Legend of Zelda rap. That shit still plays in my head 24/7. Similar in vein to Smosh when it comes to sketches and I guess other stuff, Mega64. Mega64 has been around for almost like 20 years, which is insane. Their entire thing was pretty much doing prank videos, but related to video games. Now, normally I hate prank videos, but these are funny because they're making themselves out as the joke instead of like trying to make fun of other people. Hell, their shit was very influential. Dude, they got fucking Kojima, Shigeru Miyamoto, and fucking Gaben to show up in their videos. That's some reach. My favorite videos from them are probably the Deus Ex one.
You gotta get out of here, dude.
But I've got nerves of steel. I'm not big into books.
They also have the greatest yearly tradition in the form of Todd and Aaron's Game Awards.
Best game character of the year!
Fortnite Darth Vader!
He's saying racial slurs and shit. I knew Darth Vader was evil, but this guy is fucked up.
I just can't believe they got James Earl Jones to say all that shit, dude.
Star Wars is branching out, man. They're not just gonna blow up your planet. They're gonna call you the N-word.
The Mega64 crew still makes good shit. In fact, they have one of the rare podcasts that I actually listen to. This is also a call for me to be included in Todd and Aaron's upcoming Game Awards show this year. It's probably never gonna happen, but you know, I can dream. How about we transition to the Warp Zone? I could have come up with something more clever. Hold on, let me try that again. Let's warp to the Warp Zone. God, that was pretty bad. The Warp Zone is another sketch group that focuses on video games. I mean, I guess their main focus is more so just on nerd culture in general, but I don't really care about their sketches. I mean, I've obviously seen them before, but what I really care about is the music they make on their channel. Not their a cappella videos, which I completely forgot they did, but I'm more so talking about their song parodies because, oh god, they are some of the most early 2010s things I've ever seen. You're not a real one unless you heard of Halo 4 Glad You Came. What an absolute banger. Instead of counting stars, it's racking stars because it's GTA 5. And I truly believe that I'm in Love with Halo should be in everyone's Spotify playlist. Now, I would like to play them to you, but I'm so deathly afraid that I'll be copyright striked, not by the Warp Zone, but from the songs that they're parodying, so I'm not taking any chances. You're just gonna have to trust me that these are like the funniest and most like 2010s era YouTube things you'll ever hear. I'm still feeling in a musical mood, so let's continue this trend with Brentalfloss. Brentalfloss's entire gimmick on the internet was just, what if this video game song had lyrics? I know, crazy idea. Once again, in a previous video, I mentioned the Dr. Mario song and how much of an earworm that is that I can't listen to the original Dr. Mario theme song without thinking of the Brentalfloss version. Well, that's also the case with a bunch of his other songs as well. Like, I can't listen to the Turnabout song from Ace Attorney without thinking about how Phoenix Wright's hair looks like Gemini Man, or listening to the Luigi's Mansion song without thinking of his shitty EGAD impression.
I teach you to ghost bust, it's easy enough. Just sucky, 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 and clean up the white stuff.
And as much as I want to be joking about this, I think that this man was my introduction to Cave Story. I never heard of the game until this video showed up on my fucking recommended feed. Now whenever I think of Cave Story, I can only think of Brentalfloss putting on makeup. He sure did do that for the video. He didn't have to, but he did. He did do some semi-original songs, at least for games that don't really have themes to them, like BioShock and Team Fortress 2, and they actually aren't that bad. But then again, none of them come quite close to The Truth About Toad, in which the entire video is just Toad is gay, and that is the joke.
Have you met Toad? He's Princess Peach's PA. Just between us, I think he's definitely gay. You may not agree, but listen close and you'll see he's very likely to be a big gay.
Okay, last thing I'm going to bring up about Brentalfloss. I'm going to play you a video that you've most likely seen, well, at least if you've been on the internet for a bit, and you'd probably have no idea that Brentalfloss made it.
And then there's Chunky. He's dead.
Disque.
Chunky's dead. Cheesecake.
Continuing with music YouTubers, I guess. I'm going to show you a channel that makes me want to gouge my eyes out, actually. LHugueny. Oh boy. This channel is similar in vein to when I talked about the Warp Zone. Makes like songs and parodies of pre-existing songs, but include like nerdy stuff in it. But they also do original songs that are still parodies of pre-existing stuff, so you get one step up, I guess. I think the most obvious thing that you could tell is the animation of these videos. They are definitely not the best. I'm gonna give him some slack. I'm no animator, and also I'm pretty sure this is done by like one guy, so yeah. I became aware of this guy because of his Call of Duty parody songs. At the peak of Gangnam Style's popularity, we got the iconic Black Ops 2 the musical Psy Gangnam Style animation parody.
Kill them Black Ops style. Black Ops style.
I can probably actually play most of the songs that he's made in this video because of how different they are despite them being parodies of pre-existing songs. He adds so much auto-tune to his voice that it's ridiculous at some points. After all, that's what probably made his like most infamous song, Story of Undertale, stand out so much. May we never forget. God, I'm gonna need something to take my mind off of LHugueny. To Tobuscus. Yeah, the food stamps guy.
Is they cutting food stamps? Google, is they playing? Cause I ain't in the mood, dog. Google got me tripping.
Joking aside, I used to unironically love Tobuscus as a kid, and probably at one point considered him my favorite YouTuber. Oh, how naive I was as a child. Even though Tobuscus made a bunch of different videos, such as the literal trailers, which were probably what was once his most iconic series, I was mainly there for the music. That shit was some of the biggest earworms I've ever had. I can probably like remember all the lyrics to like all of his songs if I could. His most popular songs were based off of his Minecraft Let's Play that he was doing at the time. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that the iconic song Safety Torch was based off of his Minecraft Let's Play. Yeah, I know some elite Tobuscus knowledge. Yes, my parents also disowned me, but who cares? Look, if you didn't get a diamond sword in Minecraft and immediately think of that song, then there's something wrong with you. Actually, there's probably just something wrong with me. I unfortunately can't talk about Nugget and a Biscuit because it's not a video game parody, but I can talk about Get Bloody, which is like his Happy Wheels Daft Punk parody that everybody wanted. It's Get Lucky by Pharrell Williams and Daft Punk, but about Happy Wheels. So freaking epic. Yeah, I don't really need to continue much. You probably already know the story. Tobuscus went like crazy insane, especially after the allegations about him, and yeah, now he makes songs about food stamps, I guess. How about I briefly talk about Minecraft songs in general, more specifically the ones by CaptainSparklez. Look, I'll be honest, I wasn't the hugest Minecraft head when I was a kid. I liked the game, but I didn't like it as much as other people. But I can't deny, when I heard CaptainSparklez sing Revenge, my life was completely changed at that moment. Wait, CaptainSparklez didn't sing Revenge? What the fuck? You think you know somebody until you get completely betrayed. There's Fallen Kingdom, which was always my personal favorite of his Minecraft parodies. I don't really hate Coldplay that much, but like, I can't listen to the original because I'm only gonna think of this version instead. But the one that I remember the most as a kid is actually Diggin' Minecraft Style, probably because it's the first one that I saw. I don't understand why this one stuck with me so much because it's probably his worst one.
Diggin' Minecraft Style. Minecraft Style. Diggin' Minecraft Style.
There's probably other Minecraft songs that I could probably talk about, like How Do I Craft This Again or Don't Mine at Night. But this video is getting longer than my usual stuff, so I want to at least talk about one more thing, and that's Starbomb. See, I did subtle foreshadowing at the beginning of the video about how we were going to talk about another project that Aaron Hansen did, and now I'm talking about at the end. I'm just so clever. Starbomb is the collaborative effort of Aaron Hansen and his two friends Brian and Danny from Ninja Sex Party. I could probably like mock them as much as I want, but I can't deny Danny has like a really good singing voice, and I unironically like this song. He was able to turn a song about having an erection into an absolute bop. Honestly, Aaron picked like the best possible people for this project because like, holy fuck, I kind of actually unironically like these songs. Don't get me wrong, the lyrics are not the best, but like they're actually good songs that I like genuinely listen to. I mean, I don't, but hey, that's some high praise from me, I guess. I definitely think it's because these songs are largely carried by Danny and his amazing voice. Not to say that Aaron is bad at rapping. I actually don't think he's a bad rapper at all. It's just like very clear what his intentions were, especially on songs from his first album. It's mainly dick jokes. It's primarily dick jokes. The first couple of Starbomb albums have some genuinely great songs. I'm not gonna say that all of them are masterpieces or anything, but The Simple Plot of Metal Gear is genuinely a great song that I highly recommend you listen to. As much as I do love the first three Starbomb albums, their recent one is like not my cup of tea. I don't really like it. At least the music videos are great. Some of these are actually animated by Aaron, but a lot of them he got guest animators to do, and they look great, so who cares if it's not Aaron who made them. I also gotta mention the amount of fan animated songs out there. There are a bunch of songs that don't have music videos, but fans absolutely cooked with some of these fan animations. In fact, I thought that some of them were official for a while. Despite me making fun of Starbomb, I actually genuinely recommend that you listen to the first three albums. There's some genuinely good stuff in here. And to be fair, most of my bias against the fourth album is because they made a pretty shit Silent Hill song, so there's definitely some bias in me. After going back and watching a lot of these videos, I kind of gained a newfound appreciation for them. Like, I made fun of them a lot, but like, I could never make something as high quality as most of the shit that I talked about today. It's easy for me to poke fun, especially with a lot of them having controversies. I didn't really bring them up because I didn't really care to mention them. You can find a bunch of other videos that talk about this shit. But watching these videos in the modern day, having most of them been vaulted in my memory, it really inspired me. So here's my own video game parody that I personally made. Enjoy. Okay guys, this is our final battle. We gotta stop G-Man once and for all.
You'll never defeat me cause I'm exorbitant swag.
Here's our plan, guys. JC Denton, you take care of the Deathclaw.
What a shame.
Harry Mason, you sneak attack Wesker.
Let me ask you, have you seen a little girl around here? Short, black hair, 7 years old?
For the last time, man, I haven't seen your daughter. Tony Hawk, do a cool kickflip. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Ringo, John, George, and Paul, I need you to distract Cat. Groovy! Alright team, let's do this. What do you say, Master Chief? I don't feel like it. Why? Do I, have to? I mean, Chief, we got this far. What the hell changed? I just don't feel like it. What? I just want to go home and listen to my new metal albums and play Battlefield 3. Oh my fucking god. Chief, what would Cortana think?
I am not leaving you here.
John. I've waited so long to do that.
It was my job to take care of you.
We were supposed to take care of each other.
Fine, I guess. Alrighty then, let's go. Wait, where's Snake? Metal Gear, Otacon, Liquid Snake, Revolver, Ocelot,
What the fuck?
Oh, okay, that works. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was busy trying to 100% up for Xbox 360 and couldn't find my classic fedora.
Holy shit, Gray Fox turned into a blue furry. God, Meryl is so hot.
Let me comfort you, it's the end of the world right now. Please let me kiss your lips, it's the last minute on earth. Would you love me in the end of the world right now? Let's pretend it is the last minute on earth right now.
Shield and Black Ops style. Black Ops style.